Alright, we should be live. Now all I gotta do is to make sure that we're actually live. And set up all the windows. And do all the junk stuff while people get in. Let's go to this URL here. Still don't really like the YouTube interface. Okay. And let's tweet this out and put it into the Discord, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, should be set. Let's see anyone in chat. Yep, that's okay. Okay. So, here's what's going on today. In the last episode, we took care of a bunch of gyms. In fact, all the gyms other than the Viridian City Gym, the final gym of Kanto. So all we gotta do today is take care of Viridian City, then probably take care of Himholtz over on the route to the west, and then take care of Victory Road, and get up to the Indigo Plateau most likely. It's not how it works. It's not how it works, Himholtz. Howdy, Hedgie. Glad you could make it. I'm not super worried about the end game up until the Elite Four itself. Because looking at the levels, like, this gym is pretty manageable, I think. Yeah, I think most of this should be pretty standard, I think. Huh, I get it, they did the funny thing. Because that's the thing that he said. It does retroactively make Professor Oak a bit less of an asshole. So that's good. In this timeline, Professor Oak has a better memory. Alright, so now we have access to Mega Evolution, and if we had a Venusaur on our team, I believe they would also give us the Venusaurite, so we could have Mega Venusaur. But we're not doing that, so... Also, I guess at least in the Japanese version of the anime, Professor Oak is very much a poet. I don't know if that's also the case in the English dub, but a little bit of cross-promotion there. Yeah, so if we had Venusaur on our team, we would have the opportunity to do Mega Evolution. I don't believe that any of our team members have the power to Mega Evolve. That seems like a kind of weird place to put characterization for a random NPC who doesn't even have a name. But okay. I feel like something like that would work if we had any sort of emotional connection to anyone in Pallet Town. Like, was that him, Holtz's sister? Heck if I know. Oh. What do your attendees see? Cool. Man, I'm so glad I don't have to catch any more Pokemon. Because catching Pokemon with just the waggle, not great. Alright, so the Viridian City Gym still stays true to its older design in certain ways. It's got the conveyor belts, which help establish that mechanical link with the Rocket Hideout, where we previously encountered the gym leader, Giovanni. Does look a fair bit less complicated, I would say, in this version. I don't remember who I have up front. No? Okay, alright. That'll do. That'll do. Alright, so they got Earthquake on their side here, which I think is going to be probably the biggest concern for me in this gym. Hey man, I'm not going to judge anyone for being a fan of conveyor belts. I was like, when I went to an airport that had cool like moving walkways when I was a kid, and even as an adult, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Dope as heck. So, like, I don't fault him at all for being a fan. Yes, Harsh, we are coming up towards the end of the game. This is probably the second to last session. And then we'll move on to Ultra Moon. Because I have, frankly, no desire to do any post-game in this. Oh man, I brought in tendies for surf action. Here you are using something that's not even ground. Hey man, Hedgie, if I could get a whole bunch of conveyor belts and recreate that OK Go music video, I think that would be a worthwhile investment. No, not going to fight Green. I'm not going to do any of the gym leader rematches or any of the master trainers or stuff like that, because that would just, like, would mean grinding, mostly. I always get the catharsis when I, like, get the ending credits, you know? So, like, I don't really feel the need. I haven't fought Green in my, like, actual original playthrough save file. I haven't caught Mewtwo or anything either. Hedgie, what looks random to you is avant-garde to Giovanni. Or some other artistic movement that maybe has more association with Italy. I don't know. I'm sure there's a feng shui. I'm sure there is a method to his madness. Yes, speaking of Italy, Norris, this will be a non-spoiler commentary for people, but some good shit happened in Italy. could do Mirror Match, but it could also use Psychic. I didn't have work today because it's the end of spring break here, which means I got to actually watch the new episode of JoJo's relatively soon after it aired, and it was like, wow, this is what luxury feels like. I don't even remember how Heart Gold Soul Silver did rematches, other than the phone. Is that how they did gym leaders as well? It's like Platinum, I think they just had, like, there was a building that they hung out in, and depending on the day of the week or something, you would have different gym leaders chilling. And then Black 2 and White 2 had the Pokemon World Tournament, which I literally never did at all, ever, except for the absolutely mandatory stuff as part of the story. Oh, but extremely rude. Yeah, I feel like, you know, there's a line between verisimilitude and convenience when it comes to a lot of these mechanics in Pokemon games. And, like, I think generally they're trending towards convenience. Which is why I guess Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, based on what I understand, lets you just travel through dimensional wormholes to say hello to whatever legendary Pokemon you want. Granted, they made Eevee training a heck of a lot less convenient than it was in Gen 6, so Game Freak's just an interesting company. It's weird how there's just an item just kind of lying on the ground here in this gym. I mean, I don't super clearly remember how Eevee training works in Gen 7, to be 100% honest. My recollection, I mean, there's the Pokepelago, and then there's the Plaza-ish thing, where you have to, like, do online connectivity to get different buildings in your festival plaza or something. It's like, a whole lot of steps. Old-fashioned battling is for fools. Yeah, SOS Chain, actually, that does speed things up, admittedly. But I kind of liked the super training mini-games, like, a little bit. It is probably faster to do SOS encounters, but I don't know, when I was doing the Pokemon Y playthrough for the channel, I actually kind of enjoyed, like, doing my Eevee training for the later additions to the team. Like, when Ava got onto the team, I was like, oh boy, I get to do SOS training for her. And there he is. The motherfucker himself. I love that he's got the berries just hanging out in the bowl there. And I guess this is like a secret office that he has where he has a very evil-looking map of Kanto. But he hasn't been using it, as far as I'm aware, because the gym has been unoccupied, so... yeah, let's leave with tendies, why not? Yeah, I'm hoping that Ultra Moon isn't too boring. It has been a while since I played it, so maybe it'll be fresh again. Alright, is this fucker gonna have Fissure too? Nope? Okay, cool. Yeah, Pokemon has had this thing where they don't want to give trainers like full rosters a lot of the time. I want to say the champion has a full team of 6. Yeah. Tragic. Yeah, that's not bad for neutral. Yeah, I don't predict this to be a super difficult boss fight, especially if Valerie does cool and amazing things like that. Yeah, I think, like, having someone who's positive on the game be the one playing it, I think is definitely a way to make the game look better. Ah! I think Astrodon outspeeding things is going to be probably my best bet here. Yeah, at the very least, Ultra Moon will not have necessarily the same level of restriction, because I'll be able to, like, grind and train in that game. Nice! Gastrodon, you survived an attack! That's whack! Right, I might be able to... I don't know if I'll have anything that needs a trade evolution, though. Pelago, I could probably do that. Will I? I don't know, but that seems like something I would do. I feel like Leech Life was not very effective. Now, for some reason, I was expecting Persian. Let's revive Tendies here. Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about with Ultramoon. So it's, like, I've been doing 2-hour chunks here, and because I'm not doing, like, tons of wild encounters and stuff, it goes by pretty quickly. There'll be another reason to, like, do training in between sessions for Ultramoon to expedite things. Nice. Earthquake, earthquake? Yeah! That's my shit. Yeah, I mean, he says this, but I guess it's not actually a thing. Little did we realize that he was actually going to answer the call of Neo Team Rocket in 3 years. Little did we know that whatever the hell Rainbow Rocket is, which I still don't know, was going to happen. And, like, they added some dialogue there from the original. The original just... There was less indication of kind of the embarrassment. You could infer it, I guess. But it was more like, oh man, I suck as a leader. So I can't face my team anymore. Whereas I didn't really quite get that impression quite so strongly in the original. Also, it's cool that he can just declare himself gym leader like that. That's pretty neat. Yeah, Heart Soul Silver with the Celebi event, you go back in time and you fight Giovanni in not Naojo Ruins, Tojo Falls, and it's indicated that he's gonna go after the thing, the radio signal. I might be mixing that up with the confirmation that he's Silver's dad, but it's something a thing. It's definitely a thing. Alright, so now we're gonna fight Himholtz. I don't know anything about Rainbow Rocket, in fact, actually. I don't know. And I am somewhat excited to find out. We'll find out in the next season of this stream. Thank God I have Earthquake now. Oh yeah, I'd be totally on board for a Let's Go Johto. I think we talked about that in an early episode of this stream. Totally on board. Norris, what did your Alphears hear? It's possible that you might be hearing some Devil May Cry 5 from downstairs because one of my housemates is playing it. Or maybe I just made a weird noise. Oh. Oh no, am I having bandwidth issues? Because I don't want that. That would be bad. Okay, I meant on the next season of this stream. That is what I said. And I want a Hush Girl. Yeah, I did some look over on dark types in Gen 7. It looks like there's plenty to choose from. Thinking, I mean, definitely a lowland Grimer / Muck. Bisharp would be awesome. Other than that, I'm pretty flexible. Probably have a lowland Rattata early on, but that could change. Not gonna do Umbreon. Oh, it's gonna be one of these. It's gonna be me playing the accuracy game. Yeah, Zero could be good. Zero could be fun. Murkrow, definitely. I want to use Murkrow. Yeah, there's a lot of options. I am going to somewhat rely on the fine viewers out there to let me know when a new option becomes available on a certain route. Because I would like to be able to use as many possibilities as I could. I don't know any. I barely know anything about totem stickers. I guess I know that they're a thing. Incineroar is not my favorite starter. And also, it only becomes Dark type on the final stage, so. No abilities, no keen eye, no clear body. Primarina is top tier. Poplio is my pal. Yeah, just use up all your roosts, okay? Just do that. Yeah, so first and second island might be a good time to try out various options and see what suits my fancy most. Man, I feel like I'm doing less and less damage with these ice beams. Is the RNG just super wide, or what? I guess it is. See, if I were playing this game on my own, this is the kind of situation where I'd be like, oh, Twitter says I have a notification. I wonder what that notification is. Let's see. Oh, it's a message from one of my D&D players about Dungeons & Dragons. Really thrilled to be using up all my ice beams here. Guess I could have swapped someone in with Toxic or something and cut things off at the pass. Nice work, Tendies. That, I mean, you were dominating that entire battle, basically. Charging, you have Toxic? Yeah. This is probably far too late for it to be worth it. but... Yeah, this is a tedious matchup. There we go. Okay. Good to go. Alright. Let's go for Golbam. See some wing attacks, I think. Or maybe Leech Life. Nah, wing attack. Depends on how much damage it does. Yeah. Oh man, those flapping wings are a little bit distracting at this point in time. Just like calm down. Chill out, bruh. Right. Should be able to handle this just fine. Let's try out our new handy-dandy earthquake capabilities. Heh. There it is. Excellent. That's what I've been waiting pretty much the entire game for. And he's got that Marowak. That's neat. I like that he has the Marowak. I think that's fun. That's much like N in Gen 5. That is using the core mechanics of the game to tell a story. Alright, we're good. Yep, N is still the best rival and best antagonist of the series. Fight me. Alright, you might want to go heal your Pokemon. Okay. Alright, so let's go heal, and then we have the long path to Victory Road. I don't remember Gladian's theme. To be fair, I barely remember N's theme. Yeah, because Gen 5 is the best gen. It doesn't do everything the best out of all the generations, but it is, on the whole, the best. I was about to say that Team Plasma's theme was bad, Plasbad, but it's actually quite good. survey for the chat here. Favorite, like, battle theme of any sort from the entire Pokemon series. And if I cannot instantly recall the tune to mind, you fail. You lose. I don't know if I've heard the official remix, actually. I should check that out. A lot of people talking about Battle Frontier music. Autograph. I never engaged with Battle Frontier things in any generation, so I think my number one is the Origin Form Giratina music from Platinum. Like there's a lot of good, I would say Deoxys battle themes also up there, but Giratina battle, just so good. It's like the part that always stands out to me in Giratina's theme is that it has like the countdown pop, 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 to get going, and it's like it's a countdown to hell yeah, and then the hell yeah happens. All right. One more here. It's interesting they never did anything like this after. They always have just one guy check all your badges. And I don't know if they just... I don't know if they just thought it was a little bit long and unnecessary. I guess Gen 5 actually did have all those gates, I think, right? I said it before I saw you say it. Final Sandy. So yeah, another reason why Gen 5 is the best generation, you know? Okay, so couple more trainers here in Victory Road. This will be our last chance to get experience, unless I decide to grind in between sessions. That does better. That is better. Yeah, Tendies is just... Tendies have a lower experience gain rate, or level rate, or whatever we call it. Growth rate. Compared to other folks. Because, like, I feel like she's constantly a little bit behind. That is... that's a powerful indictment, Tarsh. Why Semi Seer in particular? Because I honestly think Semi Sage is worse. I'd probably put Semi Seer the highest of the three. Which is ironic, considering Semi Sage is the one that you can make weak jokes about. Hey, don't be trash talking, Mudkip. Yeah. The abundance of grass poison types makes leech life a little bit less useful. Norris, if Semi-Sage is the best, why did you spell its name wrong? There are so many better monkeys. You know what's a better monkey than Semi-Sage? Grookey. Does everything that Semi-Sage does better. Do I have repels? I mean, note that nobody has even mentioned Simipour. No one has anything to say about Simipour. Yeah, I think, you know, if we can say one thing for Simipour, I think there's only one water monkey. I mean, Panpour and Simipour, but, like, you know, Semi-Seer is a poor man's Infernape, and Semi-Sage is a poor man's Grookey. I almost overthought this and said, what if it's actually a Zoroark? But no, that's not how that works. Let's do this. What? What? I thought Ditto copied your stats. Why was that so much stronger? Yeah, I could see an all-monkey playthrough being alright. I don't know what the best game for that would be. Oh, cool. Thanks. Gonna need to restock on revives before we take on the Elite Four. I always enjoy that last shopping trip right before the Elite Four, where you just buy an absurd number of healing items. More than you'll ever use. Hey, here's something Tendies can take care of. there we go. Oh, come on. We had a good thing going. Oh, like, there's no reason not to get 99 or so. I mean, Norris, I've actually, like, I've sworn a couple times on this particular stream. Usually I don't. I don't know what exactly is leading me to do so at this current point in time. It's less that I'm morally opposed to cursing and more that I'm a teacher most of the time. That's probably why I'm swearing, is because I haven't had school this week, so I'm out of practice. Out of practice, not swearing. Yeah, no, in general, I'm pretty chill about swearing. Unless it's, you know, an obviously, like, really offensive word that no one should be saying under any circumstances. $15 is not nearly enough. You need, at the very least, 24 of every healing item. I don't remember the Team Rocket rant. People in the audience have a better memory about the things that I've done than I do. No, you need 24 full restores so that you can use 6 full restores after every single match of the Elite Four, so you can go into every single match fresh. That's just how it works. Yeah, the only time I remember like going way overboard on swearing was I think like the finale of the Nidoran only run, where I was deliberately playing up my anger. I was not actually as mad as I was. Cool, can use those. Oh man, oh man. These are my last revives. Gonna get into some actual attrition here. Oh. Glad I had burn heal. Oh man, I'm like actually super low on various healing items. Did not realize how ill-equipped I was. Hey, come on, my dude. Yeah, I might want to, like, rush through so I have access to healing on the other end, and then come back and take care of the trainers. I don't know if there's anything worthwhile in Dokapon Kingdom Harsh. I really don't. Yeah, like, Eevee's pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna... I don't wanna look down on Eevee. I'm a fan. It's just not what we're going for in this particular instance. Alright, Tendies, I think this is the end for you, unfortunate. Oh! You're trying to get me to switch into something else, which will just get totally trashed by Psychic. It's not gonna work. It's really what I want to do is bring in Gastrodon for a Shadow Ball. There we go. Let's see how this one goes. Yeah, I think I generally didn't have too many, like, running jokes so much as things that I would, like, are just an ingrained part of how I speak. Other than very intentionally opening and closing each video in a certain way, with starting with Brown, hey folks, welcome back to Brown, which led to just general hey folks, and starting with Metroid Prime 2, I will see you guys next time with the next time at the same time as I press save, so that I have an ending sync point for the recording. Which I then eventually turned into I will see y'all next time to make it more gender neutral. Like, other than that, it was just anywho and various other things that I happen to say. That's just how I speak. Oh, that's a dope animation. That's actually really cool. I'd be curious to go back to Brown and see how that playthrough has aged. Because the interesting thing about that playthrough was that it was essentially a live beta test. And, like, got new versions every once in a while, and showed off new features and experimented with them, and that added a lot of novelty and excitement for both, I think, the viewers and myself. I'm curious how the actual content of it fares, because, like, especially the final dungeon, I specifically remember the first section of that final dungeon just went on forever, to the point where my video titles were like, I swear we get out of the first room in this episode. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do use guys gender neutrally, but some folks don't, so I've decided, okay, I'm just gonna switch to something that is unambiguously neutral. I haven't really looked into ROM hacks much recently. I'm always a little bit skeptical when I don't know anything about Dark Violet. A lot of ROM hacks that I have had passing notice of are like, new, dark, mature story. And it just often doesn't really work with the vibe of Pokemon. I have no idea if Dark Violet's like that, but I've seen that criticism lobbied against a lot of ROM hacks. Now that people, I think, have generally stopped just endlessly remaking Gold, Silver, Crystal. Yeah, Clover, I think, is one of the new, dark, mature story ROM hacks. Well, I don't know much about Sonic fan games, other than before the sequel and after the sequel, which are very poorly titled. I know Sonic fan art and Sonic fan comics definitely have a reputation. I don't know much about games. Okay, Clover's a parody? Okay, good to know. Okay, so it's like immature parody. It's like it's adults only juvenile humor. Is that the impression I should get? Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like. Ooh, look at that, my voice is getting sore. I had a cold earlier this week, so I think my throat is a little bit sensitive. I was playing Dungeons and Dragons on Wednesday evening, and this is my character voice for my Dwarf Barbarian, and oh boy, my throat did not like me doing this voice. And I probably just made it worse. Oh no! Oh, okay. Okay, well, because it's called Dark Violet, Tom, so excuse me for wondering if it might be new, dark, and mature. You know, I'm not ruling it out. For the record, I still haven't played through Prism, so like, it's not really something that's high on my priority list. That's probably not really something that I want to engage with, Norris. That sounds not great. Air slash. That's gonna be less effective, I think, than wing attack because it's special. Yeah, Prism, I think was, my understanding, very well received, and that does not surprise me in the slightest. Oh boy. Door Junior's out. Oh, okay. This could be tricky. Oh hey, faster. Heck yeah! Eat your heart out, Sabrina. Yeah, I'd be curious to see you say Crystal Clear's an open world. I'd be curious to see how they do that with level scaling, I guess. No, there's more choice. Sure, tell me some redeeming quality about Clover. Yeah, we got a couple of those, I would say. If you cheat, the cops arrest you right before you enter the fall. Okay, that's kind of funny. I'll admit, that's somewhat humorous. Yeah, I feel like I'm not an expert in open world games, but like when I've played Skyrim and the like, one of the big appeals that makes you want to explore is, oh, that's a cool thing on the horizon. Oh, look at that weird robot lizard thing that's crawling around Death Mountain. I want to check that out. In a top-down Pokemon game, that sense of awe and exploration is just not going to really come across the same way. Ooh, that's really bad to hear, Norris. Oh, goodness. Oh, golly. Yowza, they are leading with that. Yeah. Don't think I'll probably be playing that game. That doesn't sound like a game that I would want to engage with. There's probably a lot of good work and artistry put into that game that I will just never experience because some dipshits thought it'd be funny to be racist in the game. It's too bad. Oh man, you're digging its grave even deeper here, Norris. Golly. Yeah. Yeah, that's, yeah, wow, okay. Yeah, ow, Is it just this particular floor, Eevee, that you're not a fan of? You just not like it because Moltres is here? Alright, let's get that out of the way. Is there a place to stick this, or it'll stay? I don't think there is. Very large. Yeah, that sounds like an interesting but also horrifying idea. Oh my gosh, I can use an ice beam on this thing! Please, please let it happen. Yeah. All right, RNG, do your thing. You didn't do the thing, RNG. Oh, this'll be, It's fairy! What do I do against fairies? I don't know what to do against fairies. Are fairies immune to poison? Is that a thing? I genuinely do not freaking remember! Oh. Let's just surf. Fairies have been a thing in Pokemon for 6 years. This is what it means to be old. I don't remember how fairies work, and they've been here for 6 years. Weak to poison. Okay. Good to know. That's actually a kind of useful way to think about that, Hedgie. Thank you. For posterity, in case, I don't know, the chat didn't get saved. Fairies are weak to the filth of man, poison, and steel. That's like, actually works, makes some sense. That's effective. I like it. I don't know if that's the logic, but it works. Oh, Shadow Ball's not gonna do anything. Forgot that it was still part normal. Yeah, because like most of the type matchup chart I memorized when I was 7, basically. You know, I memorized part of it when when Red, Blue, Yellow came out, and then Dark and Steel I was still young and impressionable and had enough time that I can remember it. But introducing another layer 13 years later, when, you know, I'm in middle of college, and I'm trying to memorize... Well, it was a little bit after I took chemistry, but... I'm trying to store a lot more sophisticated information in there for the sake of my future. It's just, it's more difficult. At least I got this convenient healing location right there. That's really nice. Oh yeah, and slight type change modifications, that too. I feel like there are a lot of psychic types in Victory Road. Maybe I'm just overly sensitive right now to the existence of psychic types. Norris, based on context, that sounds like some sort of Super Smash Bros. Championship. Am I correct in that? Yeah, I'm gonna make use of that feature a lot in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Harsh, I'm looking forward to having that available to me. Oh, get out of here. Hey, awesome, thank you, Tendies. Norris, can you link that in chat? I will approve it so that I know, so that I will be able to see. Let's see here. Oh no. I clicked the link and it opened in the chat window. So now I have to reopen chat. Isn't that cool? Because the chat window is pop-out chat, so it doesn't have a back button. Isn't technology wonderful? Let's try it again. We've ruined everything. Oh god. What's going on? What's happening? It's a Golbat, hello. It'd be really cool if, like, I'm using Elgato streaming software. It'd be really cool if Elgato streaming software had, like, a built-in connection to chat. And I could just, like, full screen, but also have chat scrolling over the screen as, like, a built-in feature of the program that is specifically designed to help you stream easier. For reasons, I mean, I don't even need to be coy about it. For technological reasons, I'm going to be using OBS for streaming of Ultra Moon, which I don't know if that's actually any better in terms of functionality like that, but I'll be using a different interface. We'll see how it will go. Yeah, Psychic Super on Poison I can just kind of... I've learned to live with, and I don't question it. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, I can see how a new player would be really overwhelmed by the type chart. I think, like, even starting with the original games, that's a lot of stuff to keep track of. I mean, the original games kind of ease you in pretty well, because, you know, you start with the rock, paper, scissors of grass, fire, water, and then you have bugs and birds, and it's like, it's chill. And then you have rock, and 2 out of the 3 are good, 1 out of 3 is bad. Makes sense. Like, I think there's, I don't know the exact numbers. I don't know. Yeah, the help system in Fire Red, Leaf Green, probably useful. I never really made use of it because I knew you might have just heard a glitch. I just heard a glitch at least. But I think, you know, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, we criticize their overabundance of tutorials, and I mean that for Sun and Moon as well. But like the quick type effectiveness information is really great. I'm glad that they have it, and there's a lot of stuff that you need to kind of introduce players to. What the series really needs is some kind of like Let's Go, which prunes out a lot of the more complex mechanics and leaves in like the core aspects of strategy. What I'm saying is that Pokemon needs a Breath of the Wild style reboot. I'm not saying it needs to turn into Breath of the Wild, but it needs something like new, like it needs to refresh itself on a fundamental level to make itself more accessible. And I think Let's Go is probably the best we're getting in that regard. Oh, hell yeah. But yeah, Hedgie is totally correct in that RPGs are often the hardest kind of game to like truly get into. I don't want to say if it's the hardest, but there's a lot of stuff that if you've never played an RPG before, just doesn't necessarily come intuitively. And, like, I've tried to go back to Final Fantasy 7, 8, and, like, 10. And there's just a lot of stuff that is not explained super clearly, I feel. And I'm sure that they're good games once you understand how the frick those mechanics work, but it just feels like they're not always super accessible. No, I don't want every region in one game. What I want is for frickin' friendship and happiness and affection not be two separate mechanics for no adequately explored reason. I don't want there to be an ice stone and an icy rock as two separate items in your inventory. Not to be confused with the ice stone or whatever the heck it's called that is a certain location in every region where you can evolve an Eevee into a Glaceon. Pokemon has added so many layers of things over until you have a parfait of nonsense. And it just needs to be trimmed. It needs to be consolidated, I think is the better way to put it. Yeah, Leaf Stone versus Sunstone, those are two separate things. Why? Because Vileplume and Bellossom need to be different things, apparently. Never mind that, you know, one could have been a night evolution and one could have been a day evolution. Eevees and Ivies, I feel like Let's Go has made those the most accessible that they've ever been. Because, like, they put the IVs just straight up on the stat screen for you to look at after a certain point. I think, right? Something like that. And then Eevees, they turned into a physical candy that you have 100% transparent control over. What am I even doing? Okay. Like, again, I don't want this series to be like 100% you don't have to think about anything. But there's just a whole lot of layers that they need to clear off that have built up over the past 20 plus years. And yeah, no, kids are not dumb. That doesn't mean that bad gameplay design and bad mechanical design and bad UX are justifiable. Just because we were able to figure it out doesn't mean that we should force other people to deal with that bullshit. Like, there's a difference between, again, Breath of the Wild as a model here. Breath of the Wild is a game where you can, like, tell people about this cool thing that you found. And there's stuff, there are rumors, and there's like, oh man, I was walking along this canyon in the northwest, and I saw like a red dragon floating around the canyon, and it was like super cool, and I was like, I don't know what caused it. It was like, and then the other person was like, oh man, I want to check that out, I'm gonna go. And it's not like dumb, archaic, inaccessible nonsense. It's genuine excitement of finding something new. And that's the kind of, like, stuff that I'm more interested in. Oh, that's not what I want. Yeah, like, Spiritomb, freaking what? Are you serious? Get out of here. In Gen 5, there's like, I think it's Gen 5, sometimes you'll see a ghost on the bridge. And it's like, what? That's cool as heck. So Norris, as someone who works with teenagers, as someone who spends most of their adult life working with children, upper end children, but children, kids do have somewhat short attention spans, just because that's the point in their development that they're at, but also because they have been trained by like things like YouTube to be able to get a new stimulus of information whenever they want it within a couple seconds. That doesn't mean that they're incapable of focusing in on something. I have students in my class who I talk to about Dark Souls and or Sekiro and stuff like that. They can focus in. They can dedicate themselves to doing something and doing something well. If they want to. If it's accessible and interesting. And I mean, I think our brains are also being trained in a somewhat similar way with regards to easy access to stimulus. I hope that I'm not the only one in this conversation who has had the experience of closing the Twitter app on my phone and immediately reopening it. That's a thing that I've done a lot. And I know that other people on the internet have done it too. Oh, heck yeah, attendees. Oh, yeah. Alright, hopefully this guy doesn't have anything too wacky. Let's see. Yeah, bloated is a good term for it, Hedgie, I think. Because it's got a lot. And it doesn't need all that much. Alright. It's always a sad day when I don't one-shot a Gyarados with an electric-type move. Happens more than I would like. Yeah, CGP Grey has talked about this some in his podcast. He's also a coward who refuses to take a stand on things that matter, so I kind of stopped listening to him. But yeah, I would love to, because I especially enjoyed his podcast Cortex about productivity. I would love to find a podcast like it that doesn't have him. Alright, doesn't have like a level 100 Mewtwo. Excellent. I'm savage because I care, Norris. It's probably gonna have something to just totally crush Gastrodon, but... Alright, one more go, and then we're home free. Alright, there it is. Okay. I believe that takes care of Victory Road. Oh, I thought the way that all of you said, oof, oof, yeah, I thought that meant that you knew what I was talking about. I didn't need to elaborate. Yeah, he's. I know there was a patch, I don't know, year and a half ago. I don't remember exactly when, where he was like, you know, clearly very concerned about was it the Count Dankula situation? Was that his name, with the Nazi pug? And he was really honed in on the free speech aspect. And it's like, you seem to be avoiding the whole hate speech aspect, Gray. And you know, he really oftentimes when a somewhat political situation comes up, I'm ruining this whole dramatic moment by talking about some dipshit with a podcast. You know, he would say, I really want to take a step back and not look at the specifics and look at it on a systems level. Which, on the one hand, looking at a systems level is really interesting. On the other hand, you can also call Nazis bad. You can do both of those things, actually. Alright, so I don't know if there's anything else I can do before taking on the Elite Four here, but I want to save that for its own stream. And buy. Oh man, I can buy a lot. Can we buy full restores? Yeah, we can. How many can I buy? I'll buy 24, like I said. And I think the rest will be revives. Because what the heck else am I getting? Actually, let's buy 30 revives, and the rest will be Hyper Potions. Well, what would I grind on, though? I would have to, like, catch things to grind, because that's how this game works. Oh, I need probably buy some full heals, too. I got plenty, but... Yeah, what would I grind against, I guess, is my question. Oh, I'm gonna use... I have some rare candies, I think. I'm gonna use those on Tendies. Ooh, I have a lot of rare candies. I could just distribute them all around. Okay, I'm gonna distribute the rare candies to try to get an even level spread, and I'm okay with that. Let's get everybody to 53 and then spread them out. Oh man, I think it's gonna be... Oh no, it's not gonna be quite perfect. Darn. I thought I was gonna get everybody to 54, but one person, one team member is not gonna get there. And I think Bellary has generally been the fastest to level, so I think I'll have her stay at 53. Oh, there we go, guys. I'm done grinding. Now what? Any other... Anything else? Outrage. Dragon could actually be useful. Let's see if there's anything on some King Pun that I could get rid of. Let's get rid of Thrash. We don't need Thrash. Outrage is just a Thrash that can be super effective, so... I don't need that. I don't think I need superpower for anything. Picked up a lot of TMs recently. Yeah, I recommend. There was just a lot of times, especially during the Count Dankula saga, where it just felt like, man, this sure is two white guys with a podcast gonna be very much being very white guys. I mean, I've got like 25 minutes left here. I feel like I need to give it its own day, its own gravitas. Like, I might be able to do it in these 25 remaining minutes. But I had myself all built up for a whole nother session next week. Sell junk, let's do that. Stall. Delay the inevitable. Ooh, wow, I can get a lot of those. Yeah, I mean, I could go at it without using any items and just see how far I get. That could be fun. No, I don't think we can refight gym leaders yet. Sure, let's see how far we get without using items. And when I black out, that'll be the end of the stream. Gong! Oh man, now I gotta go listen to that, like, fraction of a second clip of a dugong going gong! Because it's so good. Yes, dugong, gong, gong, also extremely good. I don't think it has a Versus Seeker. Can't believe I'm still using Razor Leaf in this day and age. I think the refight capabilities of this game are limited to like master trainers, and that's kind of it. And gym leaders in Elite Four, obviously. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I think Bellary has the highest affection of anyone in my party at this point, just because she's been around the whole time. So she's just, like, dodging things like a pro. Hell yeah! Oh, man, it's a shame that this is a doomed run. That was so good, Bellary. You're so good. Yeah, affection is just like a cheat mechanic, basically. It's like, hey, do you want to win? Cool, here you go. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh, you know what I could do is I could just run around in circles with each of my Pokemon following me in order to increase their affection. Yeah, are there any other ways to increase affection for Pokemon other than Eevee? There's our Cloyster buddy. Now that's speeding a lot of these things, which is cool. Speak of the devil there, Norris. Hell yeah, some king pun. I wonder if these effects are more frequent in the Pokemon League or something. Because that's the only theory I have as to this whack activity that we are observing. Alright, can you survive this, Gastrodon? Ah! Yeah, that'd be like a cool secret hidden mechanic, I think, if they like increased everything's affection by one stage or something at the Pokemon League. Because, like, in the original... Oh, hell yeah, Golbam. In the original Red, Blue, Yellow, etc., even if you had animations off, the champion battle would turn them back on again because animations are hype and cool. So I could totally see them doing, like, just things they don't tell you about like that. Alright. That went pretty well for no items. Yeah, I think really only folks I'm remotely concerned about are Lance and the champion. Lance, I've got Ice Beam, I've got Dazzling Gleam on Tendies, and I've got Outrage now on Sun King Pun. So like I should have some things to take care of dragons, or at least his actual dragons. And Helmholtz has levels, and that's about it. Wow. Like, on the whole, and you know, I say this having not yet quite completed the game, on the whole, I've been pleasantly surprised how doable this game is without using any candies. And not, like, intentionally grinding training. Like, they did a pretty good job balancing for that. And then just anything more that you do, you know, gives you an extra edge. Affection is not a thing in competitive play, I don't believe. I think it's... competitive play is just old school rules. Alright, so I think Machamp here is probably where our challenge will come to its end. Maybe the one Pokemon after this, Storage Junior might be able to weather an Earthquake and take care of it. Whoa. God damn it, I did the thing. I meant to switch to Golbam. But keep pressing the R button, because I think it's going to shift over to the next one, and it's actually, no, R is A. Ooh, a Poliwrath. That's a rude surprise. It's got that dope as hell waterfall animation. Yeah, I think adding a Poliwrath is a really good idea for him. I like that. So definitely want to make sure Valerie is ready to go to take care of this thing when we do this fight for real. Alright. Not too bad for a first shot with no items. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. Well, I'm not too worried about the Elite Four. Helmholtz could be a little bit annoying, but I think we're all right. I think we're in pretty good shape. I don't feel a need to get any more levels or anything. So, in the next episode, the final session of Let's Stream Eevee, we will take on the Elite Four and Champion and put an end to their reign of terror. Yeah, should be pretty good. So, thank you all for watching, and I should be able to stream next week, so I will see you all next time for Elite Week. Thanks for tuning in.